by right now to take your donations by phone for 52 years. Iowans just like them have joined together to contribute their time, talent, and hearts to the Variety Telethon. They've collectively raised more than $144 million to impact kids in our state.
It's very impressive, very impressive. And it all began with these four men back in 1975. They dreamed up and created a locally produced telethon to rally support around children's needs in the community. That's the foundation Variety was built upon and the highlight of its fundraising efforts each year. And this is the very first time KCCI is hosting the telethon right here in our studios.
Variety needs your help to continue its mission of improving the lives of kids who are at risk, underprivileged, critically ill, or living with special needs. Any donation amount makes a difference. And here's a breakdown for you of the numbers.
A miracle donation of $52, just $1 per week, can make a big difference. You can double your impact by making a double miracle donation of $104. A donation of $200 will pay for a bicycle, a helmet, and a lock for a child with limited access to resources. Those are big deal things for kids.
Oh, life-changing.
Yes.
On opening day of last summer's Iowa State Fair, a new $700,000 playground was unveiled. The Variety Star Inclusive Playground didn't just happen.
That's right. The idea started with just one little girl who just wanted a place where she could play. The State Fair's Blue Ribbon Foundation turned to Variety for the expertise to bring that vision to life, making not one, but two dreams come true for Kinsley. This playground was built with children of all abilities in mind.
We want everything to be accessible to all here at the Iowa State Fairgrounds.
But it didn't just happen. The idea hatched a year earlier.
We came to the fair and she was so excited to play at the playground, and I was like, oh, this will be a perfect break.
But that break was cut short for their daughter, Kinsley.
And we tried and we tried. It's kind of been our motto, right, is to, if it's hard, we still try. We adapt, she adapts. But there was a rock wall to get to the slide and she just couldn't do it. And as much as we tried to help her, it was not going to be a safe option.
Kinsley is a little girl with big dreams.
And then she shared with us her little dream of she just wants a place for those with limb differences and without limb differences to have a place to play together. And I was like, oh, that's a lot for a 7-year-old at the time to have that dream.
So Kinsley's parents decided to write to the fair and share their concerns.
We were heard. Her little voice was heard.
One small but powerful voice. In just 1 year, a new playground became a reality.
Do you want to do the little slide? Yeah.
Kinsley got the first test run, sharing a trip down the slide with her dad. Kinsley's joy is contagious.
She loved it, and she just loved being a part of all the kids playing. Nobody noticed differences. She was just one of everybody else, which made my heart happy and your heart happy.
And her favorite part? Well, that's hard to narrow down.
All of it. All of it. She got to be just one of the kids.
Kinsley made an early entrance into the world, and that created some challenges.
She was born as a 23-weeker, and with that battle, she developed a brain bleeds and hydrocephalus, and she has a mild cerebral palsy affecting her left side. She fatigues easily in the waist, so that's what makes a standard bike very hard, just with pedaling and staying balanced and the stamina to just keep going.
Variety stepped in again.
I just saw how much fun Kinsley was having outside, and I went up to her mom and I said, does Kinsley have a bike? Is she able to ride a bike? And her mom was like, no, but she loves it. She wishes she could have her own bike.
It's no surprise.
Okay, you've made her second dream come true.
She returned to the playground just a couple months later for another big reveal.
She woke up this morning and she goes, it's bike day, it's bike day.
Kinsley led the way in the design process with some help, of course.
What color of bike does she want? What kinds of things are going to be on there so that she can control her bike and do what she wants to do? And immediately her mom was like, she wants pink. It's her favorite color.
With the work with her physical therapist and the amazing people of Variety, we were able to create a bike for her that she's now safe on and definitely has the confidence to go as fast as possible.
Now she's ready to roll.
She goes, Mom, Dad, get your bikes ready because I'm ready.
Oh my gosh. And you see one of those types of bikes right
Yes.
there. If your heart isn't full, I don't know what to tell you right now. Your donations are so important to make these types of dreams a reality for kids across Iowa. All-inclusive playgrounds and mobility devices, as you can imagine, are very expensive.
Yeah, and Kinsley's mom said she just wanted to play like the other kids, and Variety made that happen. Volunteers are taking your donations right now by phone for Variety, the children's charity. The number to call is 515-247-8880.
All right, so Fairway Meat and Grocery has been a big-time partner with Variety, the children's charity. We're talking 3+ decades of making really neat things happen. And we're excited to be here at the store location in Clive off Hickman Road. I have Brett Wiltsey, the Executive Vice President of Merchandising. Yes, knock that. Okay. And then we have Paul Mulford. You are the Eastern Iowa Vice President of the Variety Board and a store manager as well, correct? Okay, good stuff. So we got the titles, the formalities out of the way. Let's talk about the good stuff. Paul, I'll ask you the first question, and that's just going to be, why is this partnership such an important thing?
Variety and Fairway have had a long-lasting relationship, and to help the children and to help the ones in need, Fairway has always been there, and they've always partnered for a long time.
Yeah, and it's obviously paid dividends for so many kids across central Iowa. Brett, tell me a little bit about how you guys are able to go ahead and educate your employees and customers about what Variety does.
Serving those children that are living with critical illnesses and special needs is something that is supported by our customers, most of all for a Roundup program that most customers are very excited about, that we're putting kids on mobility equipment and stuff like that. And then we also do online auction for our employees to purchase things, and all that money goes to the Variety program as well.
Okay. It obviously needs to educate, your employees and customers about Variety. How do you guys go about doing that?
Word of mouth and social media. We talk to our employees about it every day, especially when we're doing the roundups. That way they're educated on what the money is going towards.
And Brett, it's really exciting to go ahead and see, the kids get these types of specialized mobility equipment that helps them feel like a kid. Talk a little bit about how that has worked with Fairway and Variety over the years.
Yeah, Variety's mobility program provides children with specialized pieces of equipment that they need to just live like a normal child, live like every other child, like their siblings do and others. Fairway's been proud to be a part of that each and every year. This year, I think we've presented 7 pieces of mobility equipment to kids across the state and our footprint, and excited to continue that again another year.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited for what Fairway does. You can help out too. That's one of the neat things about what we're doing today. All that information, if you'd like to donate, is scrolling right now at the bottom of your screen. A couple of moments ago, I mentioned a big check. I'll let Brett take it away.
Yeah, this year we are proud to announce that we're going to do $300,000 to Variety this year.
Oh, this is absolutely incredible. We cannot thank the Fairway family enough, both the team members and customers throughout the state of Iowa. This will go a long way in helping support the kids and families who need it the most. Thank you so much.
Man, $300,000, and you have the chance to donate too. We have live operators standing by right now, ready for your call. So pick up the phone and dial 515-247-8880. You too can make a difference.
The generosity of Central Iowans blows me away every time.
Yep.
Helping kids move is a big part of what Variety does through specialized mobility gear and hundreds of brand new bicycles every year. Hear how a new set of wheels changed everything for one group of students.
Now we have a newer vehicle in our hands so that we can safely transport our students to and from activities.
And speaking of new wheels, the ones on this 15-passenger van are always on the move. After the break, how Variety helps organizations get around and why new vans are such a big deal for 2 groups in Des Moines.
This is a KCCI special presentation, Variety's 50-second telethon.
And welcome back to Variety's 50-second telethon. This is a live look at our phone bank where Hy-Vee store managers right now, they're standing by to take your donations over the phone.
And the number to call is 515-247-8880. Proceeds go to Variety, the children's charity of Iowa. So far, our very generous Central Iowans have helped us raise more than $3.5 million.
Wow.
That is significant, and that will make a huge impact in the life of a child. So thank you very much. Now, you have probably spotted vans like these parked outside zoos or parks or playgrounds and all kinds of other places around Central Iowa. They are the fun connection that helps the kids get out and explore and get access to some of the great things their communities have to offer.
Since 1975, Variety has given out 400 of these vans. I mean, call them life changers, right?
That's right.
To local children's charities across our state. Today, we see the impact of a new van that it's had for 2 organizations in Des Moines.
This van is more than just a vehicle. It provides opportunities that may not otherwise be available.
So in a lot of cases, we have to, the organizations have to act as the parent of driving the children to and from activities and therapy appointments.
Variety, the children's charity of Iowa, helps children who are critically ill or living with special needs, and also those who are at risk or underprivileged.
Since the inception of our telethon, the van program has been very core to what we do.
Urban Dreams has been partnered with Variety, the children's charity, for decades for vans, right? At our old location, we had a van. We've been over here for now a couple years, so we just got a new one this year as well, so it's been an awesome partnership.
There are many different organizations across the state Variety supports by providing a reliable means of transportation.
We literally could not enrich our students' lives and their potential without that transportation mechanism.
Getting a van is crucial, and it's not cheap. A 15-passenger van runs about $63,000. Minivans go for about $40,000. Variety is seeing a surge in requests, and they do their best to help.
Actually, I think the day that we were meeting with them, there were kids running around here, and we were getting ready to move them somewhere, but we had to get the seats in the other van and out and all that stuff, so they actually saw the need in person.
For the Urban Dreams and Oak Ridge organizations in Des Moines, the vans couldn't have come at a better time.
Our vans are moving all the time, and now we have a dedicated people-moving van for young kids to get to the places where they need to be throughout the entire year, and a dedicated food moving van for the 300,000 pounds plus of food for our 2,000 visits that we have to our food pantry. So they came in the nick of time.
Oak Ridge already had one, and it was used a lot.
In addition to having access to transportation, we also want it to be quality, and we also want it to be safe. 400,000 miles on a Ford is a lot of miles. Now we have a newer vehicle in our hands so that we can safely transport our students to and from activities.
So the vans are just really core and important for our charity partners so that they can facilitate their programs.
Variety knows the new set of wheels put these outreach services in motion.
We may travel to Story County for a college visit. We may go to the Botanical Center for our students to learn, the Science Center, all of the centers, the Art Center.
An extra van means extra time to dedicate to vital resources.
We have drivers driving 7 days a week for 8 hours a day, moving people and things, and now we can have less time moving things around, more times dedicated to just food or people.
Improving lives and communities.
Well, that's a real community impact, right? Moving people from this community outside of this community and having them interact. They're so gracious and well behaved. It also kind of negates the stereotypes that they may have from folks from this community.
And when these groups join forces, everyone wins.
Community organizations can work collectively together for the greater good. And, from my vantage point, anytime we're trying to advance possibilities and opportunities for our youth, we're on the good side every day out of the week.
Hy-Vee has a strong commitment to giving back to the community and has had a long time ongoing relationship with Variety, the children's charity. I'm at the Ron Pearson Center at the Hy-Vee headquarters in West Des Moines with Ryan Roberts, the Senior Vice President for Hy-Vee. He's also on the Variety board. Ryan, Hy-Vee has had just a tremendous history with Variety. Since 1983, Hy-Vee has raised more than $21 million to support Variety's mission. Why is that important to the company?
You know, we're really proud to partner with an organization like Variety. You know, the impact they make in the communities of Iowa is tremendous, and it's just one of the ways that we can serve our community by helping organizations like Variety that help out so many other organizations throughout the whole state.
Yeah, and Variety, among other things, gives out adaptive bicycles and regular bicycles to children whose families can't afford them. And we've learned that Hy-Vee really goes all in on the bicycles, that you guys put together more bicycles than any other organization that Variety works with. So tell me why that's important.
You know, that's having a kid get a bike. You know, you talk about freedom, you talk about excitement, and for us to be able to have that opportunity, we let our Hy-Vee construction team do that because they're really good at doing that, putting the bikes together. But you know, it's a great way for our employees, really throughout our whole organization, to mobilize on one signature event throughout, or several signature events throughout the year to help out kids throughout the whole state.
And it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
Kid with a bicycle is just there's nothing else like it.
They get the helmet, they get the whole works.
They're decked out.
Yeah.
They're decked out. Talk about Hy-Vee customers really respond at the Roundup at the Register campaign that benefits Variety. Talk about how that feels.
They do. You know, throughout the month of February every year, we have a Roundup campaign at every single store throughout our whole organization, where our customers have the opportunity to round up their totals to the nearest dollar. Then 100% of those proceeds go to Variety. And our customers are fantastic. You know, they're very, very generous, and they recognize the impact that Variety makes as well. So it's a very easy ask for us, but it's also an easy way for our customers to help us out as well.
Well, thanks to the customers, thanks to Hy-Vee for participating in this wonderful event. And also for folks at home who'd like to participate and make a donation, you can do so. We've got volunteers standing by to take your call. The number to call is 515-247-8880. We're going to wrap this all up with a big donation from Hy-Vee to Variety, the children's charity.
On behalf of Hy-Vee's employees and our customers, we're very, very proud to donate over $450,000 to the Variety organization throughout all of our 9 states. But specifically in Iowa, we're very excited to donate $380,000.
Wow, this is just so amazing. We cannot thank the Hy-Vee family enough for your support and all that you do for us over the many decades of our partnership. This will go a long way in helping kids across the state of Iowa.
Thank you, Wendy.
We love it. We love it. And for our viewers at home, donating is easy. Just call or donate online. We'll take your credit card, we'll take your Venmo, PayPal, or your Apple Pay.
And coming up next, meet some of the lucky kids who are on the receiving end of those massive bike builds you just saw, plus the little girl who was surprised with a bike built special to her needs at last year's Principal Charity Classic.
And welcome back. Last October, around 450 Des Moines Public School students received brand new bicycles and helmets and locks thanks to a Variety bike giveaway. And we checked in with a few of those lucky kids to hear how it's been going with their new set of wheels.
I was excited. I almost jumped out of my chair. That was my first personal bike because I learned how to ride my bike when I went to my cousin's house. They had a bike, and then they let me ride and practice on it. The first place I rode to was school. My friend's house.
I rode to school, go back to my house, and even go past the train tracks.
I mean, if you don't know how to ride a bike, then
that would be great.
You could learn how to ride a bike, and that would be a good experience.
Yeah, listen how excited they are. Those bicycles were built by volunteers from local companies. And like most 7-year-olds, Junie loves to play outside, especially riding her bikes with her sisters.
Junie lives with cerebral palsy and vision impairment, so it's not safe for her to ride a standard bike. Her parents turned to Variety to help create a bike that would work for her. With help from Variety and funding from the Principal Charity Classic, Junie was presented with this new pink adaptive bike at last year's event, and look at that smile. And she did not waste any time trying it out.
She immediately jumped on the bike, she started riding it, she was pedaling back and forth, so I think she just got all the confidence in the world being able to ride a bike like that.
We have tried other bikes with training wheels, but it's just not as sturdy and it's not as reliable for her, and so it was just nice to see her smile and ride so confidently.
The Principal Charity Classic raised nearly $11 million in 2025 for local youth charities. Variety, the Children's Charity of Iowa, is just one of the organizations that benefit from that great annual event. And to continue Variety's mission, your donations so important. It's a live look at that little teddy bear that it wants to be put to work, picking up a phone in our phone bank. Our volunteers, as you can see, they want to be put to work too. They are waiting for your call.
Yeah, the number to call is 515-247-8880. Make a call, make a donation, impact a child's life. We'll be right back after the break.
We really want to thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for giving so generously to Variety, the children's charity of Iowa.
Our volunteers will be taking your calls throughout our 10 o'clock newscast tonight, so please call us, make a donation. Every dollar raised right here in Central Iowa stays here in Central Iowa. You are making a huge difference in the life of a child.
It's been really spectacular to see these phones continue to ring and that number continue to go up.